You're listening to Partynerdz Weekly.
Excuse the lateness, everybody, but we are here for another Partynerdz podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in last week, man. We were talking our asses off about Invincible because it was fucking funny, and we will get to that, of course, probably next week. But this week was way too important to even do any of that bullshit because X-Men 97 first 2 episodes dropped, and they were fucking flames. Let's talk. Sorry. I saw the Queen.
Yeah, that theme song is amazing, man. Yeah, I love the remix to the theme song too. Like this updated version of it.
Yeah, but you don't hear the bell. You don't hear that loud ass bell like you did in the 90s.
It's true, but
yeah, but I don't care.
They still did like the character intro.
Yeah, the intro,
like Cyclops on the mountain, blasting in the sky, fucking Wolverine and shit with the fucking on top of the rocks.
So here's the thing about the intros, which is fire. So now, before we had one intro. Actually, we had 2. They had a remix version of it, which was whack. But they basically had the one intro and the remix intro, right? But it was always the same. Now it's going to be different from episode to episode with different characters and shit, which is fire.
Yeah, people are complaining about Wolverine in the black briefs.
Oh man, he's
in that speedo. He's in that speedo on the mountain.
What's everyone's fascination about superheroes and briefs?
No. This time he's in a speedo though. It's not even the draws that's in the front of the spandex. Jorge's talking about him being in a speedo on the mountain.
Yeah, in the opening character intro.
Yeah.
But the same thing happens to Superman too. They talk about his briefs a lot. They don't know if he should wear briefs on or off. It happens. Yeah. But when we get into X-Men 97, of course, I mean, kind of like the perfect symmetry was the fact that they followed it right up from the old X-Men, the animated series. So Ralphie did a rewatch and got bored. But this is after season 3, when all the animation just got fucking weird.
Yeah.
Ralphie checked out. But
you lost me. Sorry.
Inevitably. Well, what up, Andre?
What up, Dre? What up, Dre?
But inevitably, we get to this where the follow-up is that Henry Gyrick had just shot Professor X, and he was supposed to be pretty much perished away. But inevitably, in the end of the X-Men animated series, he gets transported to the Shi'ar Empire, and Lilandra is fucking mending and getting him back to his normal self. Probably put his legs back in order, because I don't think this is us doing away with Xavier in this altogether.
No, we know that. We know that.
Because Professor X died so many times in the comics, it's nuts.
And he comes back.
He does come back, and I believe he's going to come back now. I believe that
walking. He's going to be coming back walking.
He's going to have legs.
Absolutely. He's definitely going to have legs. He's going to run back. He's going to be running to the mansion.
Look.
He's like, Leandra, drop me off here. I'm going to run to the mansion. These guys need to see this.
Ralphie, did you see Lilandra? I mean, even though in cartoon form, we're not supposed to look at
did you see Leandra? Did you see her?
Did you see Lilandra? First off, her name is Lilandra.
I saw
Lilandra.
That's the thing. The name, they kind of took me a little bit.
Lilandra.
I suffered a little bit. Lilandra?
Lilandra.
Why is there so many vowels?
What do you mean?
No, she's not of this planet.
She got hair like a spaceship.
No, her hair is wild.
Her hair,
but
is,
yeah, no, I remember.
Her hair rivals Patti LaBelle.
Straight up and
you
down.
know what it reminded Lilandra reminded me of? It was just the whole Juggernaut bitch and the voices that were utilized for her. That's what it reminds me of every time I remember it.
See, that's good nostalgia. I like that. That's okay. But to conclude, when we get into the series, of course, back at the X-Men mansion, all is pretty much happening in the mansion. They're trying to get over the death of Professor X, and essentially everything just like kicks into full gear because already they cut to a complete scene of Sunspot being kidnapped, and they to a warehouse with the Friends of Humanity already there, calling the mutants names. Fucking dirty bastards.
Yeah, they still ain't playing.
Oh, the worst. They're like, man, if the Friends of Humanity were from Alabama, and the mutants were just some black folks, there'd be all types of niggas.
Listen. The Friends of Humanity is one of the best interpretations of the Klan I've ever seen.
Is it the Klan or is it just modern day folks?
Nah, it's the Klan, bro. You remember the episode when Creed had to talk to like the higher ups and they all had masks, but like the Klan, they had basically Klan masks. Like a Cobra Commander mask, not the shield, when he had like the mask with the eyes. It was something like that, right? So what I'm saying is they're the Klan, bro. They're the Klan. Matter of fact, maybe the higher ups is the Klan, and then the lower level dudes, they're probably like the neo-Nazis, yo.
But what I found weird is Sunspot is in town for a few days, his rich Brazilian ass, and all of a sudden he gets snatched up by the Friends of Humanity, and he like, I'll give you guys some money. If you just let me go.
He was like, how much you need, bro? You
But yo, he don't even showcase his powers until like later on in the damn series. So like Cyclops the first motherfucker to go up in there, and man, did he look like a fucking arcade game gone to life.
I want to go ahead and give a round of applause for honestly
getting Cyclops right is absolutely a round of applause.
We've been waiting. Yeah, we've been waiting to get Cyclops right for a long time.
I grew up thinking Cyclops was a baby back.
Like you,
okay, I thought he was a baby back soft.
You know the end of The Boys, basically this last season where Homelander shot somebody and then everybody started clapping for him. Cyclops has been getting so
he did
much
put in
hate.
work, yeah.
Right.
Yes, Cyclops has been getting so much hate over the decades that pretty much this one particular scene was like, yo, and another scene basically showcased that Cyclops is that dude.
No, he's OP now. Guy. He's definitely him. He went from being like not who we know from the comics to man, this motherfucker OP now.
Right.
He OP now. He OP now.
But this first episode was kind of like side quests. So it was like, okay, we got to get Sunspot out of this warehouse with the Friends of Humanity. And then motherfuckers have Sentinel arms that they're basically like utilizing at their own whim. Yeah. Storm is like the closer. I'm gonna call her Mariana Rivera in this shit because that scene after they get Sunspot out of there, he's already at the mansion. When they're on the Quinjet, yo, talk about this shit. Okay, so the Quinjet scene was amazing. It's
fire. It's so good.
This is what Professor X trained you for in the danger room. He trained you for scenarios like this. They're all on the Quinjet. Fucking Wolverine and Cyclops are talking shit to each other, and it's absolutely maniacal because the Sentinels fucking blow up the Quinjet.
That's right,
and then
that's an accurate comment.
Yeah, they did portray Cyclops so
right. Yes, accurate.
Because he was always put as a third wheel to Jean and Wolverine. They were almost like the stars of the shit, and Cyclops was always getting meat and potatoes.
He was always bitching.
Mega Man. You mean those Mega Man busters?
Yes.
Sentinels are them.
Yeah.
But yo, they break up the Quinjet, and all the X-Men are like just seen flying in the middle of the fucking air.
Crazy.
Literally, okay, there's three X-Men that can fly. I think 2, 3, Rogue, Storm. Was there anybody else?
Morph when he switches into
Morph he switches up because he switched up and he turned into
he switched up to Archangel, yeah.
Wait, tell me about Morph. People were saying, is Rogue and Morph the same? This and that.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
Who said that?
What? Who the fuck said that?
On the Reddit.
Know your history.
No.
Yo, hold on. Let me end this right now for anybody watching, yo. So look, Rogue can absorb people's powers and thoughts, right? She can absorb that. She absorbs it. She does not shapeshift into another individual.
She can take your power set. She can take your mind.
Exactly. Now, what Morph can do, Morph can shapeshift, and while he's shapeshifting, he can take on certain powers. Which means if you have the ability that like Angel, the have wings and fly. He can fly, but if he tried to turn into Cyclops, right? He can't. He doesn't have an optic beam, right? He doesn't have the optic blast. Like he can't do that. So it's certain things. If it's part of the physical attributes, he can do. Outside of that, he's just shapeshifted. That's the difference. He's a shapeshifter. Rogue has a crazy power set, and she could absorb powers and thoughts.
Word. And to get back to the original thought, when they all bust out of that Quinjet, the first thing you see is Scott smiling. Good job, X-Men.
Yeah.
Yo.
I was like,
Yo.
wait.
No,
for one, he turned around and just fucking severed the sentinel.
Yo, he went like this.
He severed the sentinel's face and he was like, "See you guys on the ground."
He took a nosedive
and then Kamehameha'd so he could land safely.
Bro, the best superhero landing I've ever seen in my life.
That
Yo,
was elite, and I'm like I said, calling it from the 20s. I'm like, who the hell is this guy, and where the fuck have you been at? Hello,
So
hi.
I'm almost saying, I'm like, yo, if anybody had speculations of whether Scott Summers could fly, there's your answer. He can't.
bro, I can't call that flying. What I can call that is some other shit. That's some other shit.
He knew how to float elegantly. Okay,
Word.
That's what it's floating elegantly.
Yo, how bad a whiplash does he get in his neck from fucking,
That's what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, yo, homie just got this shit. All right, for one, optic blast coming from Cyclops. Understand that he has a full.
Dang, Ralphie's motherfucking man out in these streets, boy.
This is what I'm gonna say. This is clearly for Magneto.
Totally unnecessary. But how is he going to land? How is he going to land, Bam?
Bro,
how is he going to land?
So we got Cyclops and motherfucking Captain America that don't need parachutes, yo. I love it.
Well, look, we've seen Captain America fucking jump out of a building and just land on his shield. I thought that was the craziest shit in the world. I'm like, his shoulders should be gone.
Oh, I love it.
He said, I thought he should have a broken neck. But better yet, they get into this whole thing. Boulevard Trask is sitting there with Master Mold, and all these basically built up ass, broken up Sentinels start popping up out of the ground, and they just start whooping ass. And everybody's seen that scene because that was like part of like the only clip that you saw them have like a team up. Because the X-Men, we'll talk about it again. The X-Men do not do one-on-ones.
Nope.
They jump.
Yeah, we jump your ass.
We
Straight
jumping
hands.
your ass.
Ain't no fair ones. We ain't shooting the fair one. We ain't none of that.
Shooting the fair one with your ass. They gonna
none of that.
Your ass.
None of that.
What I loved about that entire scene, was one thing that I loved about the show is that they still kept using memorable quotes that really hit you. Magneto, and we'll get into that.
Oh my God, we'll get to Magneto.
Memorable quote.
No,
we're gonna get into that because we right here at episode 1.
Yeah, we started episode 1.
Care of all two. Yo, when they took out all these motherfucking Sentinels, yo, why did my man? Because no, you looking at the battle and you don't realize it yet. But you're looking at the battle, everybody's fighting. Is one person missing? Storm is the only one missing. This motherfucking Cyclops.
Yeah, he's like Caesar.
Call in the forecast.
Like, yo, what?
Yo, this is Mariano. Yo, she is Mariano Rivera. She's
coming the closer.
To close the game. She is coming to close the game.
Bro, she turned
with her Omega level mutants.
She turned the desert into glass.
Yo, straight up
fire. Just fire, bro.
And then just took Sentinels and put them in a whirlwind. They broke the fuck up and fell to the ground. She was like, "All right, we can go home."
You know what I appreciate though on some real shit. So obviously, as you watch X-Men animated series, we watched them fight the Sentinels a bunch of times, right? You could tell this particular battle, like they had so much experience, they got rid of them like with no issues. Like so much experience.
They're basically supposed to adapt to all mutant powers and everything.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's why I thought that like that whole scene was like, okay, maybe it was going to be harder than imaginable, but those Sentinels were broken the fuck up. It was basically Boulevard to get his shit back.
Yeah, they were like zombie Sentinels and shit.
Yeah, no, I knew it was a rap too when the Sentinels were Omega level rap.
Bro, that was sick. They were shook.
Give them the forecast.
They were shook. They were like, "Oh hell no!"
That's fucked up. See, Jorge, why you had to put that meme up there, man? That ain't right. That ain't right because that next episode is literally when all this shit went down. That ain't right.
Yeah, definitely too soon. Too soon.
We just got the episode.
So outside of that, Sunspot runs away one more time, and fucking then they got to send the kid to go out to get him. He at the club, so we'll just send Jubilee out there. She coming. How's she getting in the club with a raincoat? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, word. Can we really talk about that? She's out here throwing rainbows and all that stuff. Last I remember, they pat you down. And then they tell you coat check is right on over there. She is just out there.
True. This is true.
All of this.
And the thing is,
only.
Mutants are still not accepted in society. She's still throwing out fucking fireworks and shit in the middle of the club.
This club, they accepted.
This shit is not. It's not a good look. It's not the good look. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Jean being pregnant is like a precursor for this entire series. And you see her in episode 1, and she's trying to have talks with Storm and everything about like she doesn't understand. She doesn't know what this baby is going to be. Look, nobody noticed the girl with fireworks. Where's the fire marshal?
She just out on the dance floor having a good time. Just having a good time.
Yo, because Sunspot and he finally revealed his power set because literally he's literally the absorption of fucking any type of sun type.
He's like a living sun. He's like a living sun.
He's like a living sun. And they always get him wrong in the comics because when he was first drawn, he's like a dark-skinned Brazilian dude. Now he's dark-skinned in there, but he got this wavy-ass fucking hair and shit. He's Afro-Brazilian, man. People need to get that shit right.
It's all good. He can still have the straight hair and still be part African. It's fine.
He can, but they fuck him up every time because his original construction, this motherfucker had the BB. He had the beady beads. He had beady beads. He was dark-skinned, and then there's certain aspects of Sunspot. You remember New Mutants? Remember how they made Sunspot?
Yeah. I know. I remember. I have the shit upstairs. I got you. I'm just saying. He just got relaxer. That's all.
No,
like one of the members of the bars, right?
Yeah. But then we get to this. The lead in from episode 1 to episode 2 is that Magneto's in the house with the last will and testament of Charles Xavier, and pretty much is like, I own this place now.
Yeah, he does.
It was Charles' wishes for me to be here. And it's good to see you too, Scott.
You damn right.
Yo, man.
Which then is the lead into like episode 2. And in episode 2, like everybody's like all huddled up in their little base and everything. And the funny thing is, there was this one particular point where Rogue is sitting there talking about, we should give Eric another shot. And Gambit looks at her like, bitch.
Bro, that's because Eric was clapping them cheeks. That's why that motherfucker was.
That's the thing for anybody that can touch. Look, Magneto gives me zaddy vibes. Look,
hey, you and Rogue are definitely Look, you and Rogue, Nadia, you and Rogue.
His fit, that fucking scarf that Ralphie's wearing right now.
Go ahead and get right.
The 3/4 sleeves. The 3/4 sleeves killed me.
With the glove, like it's a glove sleeve. It's a glove sleeve.
He got the big ass M on his chest.
Yeah,
and it's
got knee high boots.
It's a
and he got knee high, and then he puts knee high boots on top of it.
And he's winning. He's winning.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
He's pimped out. His hair is fucking immaculate.
Yo. The hair is crazy. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to get dreads by the end of the season.
Oh man, he a whole hoe in the season. All right, Storm's conversation with Jean was kind of strange. She stated that mutants are not human. Would this have an effect on the narrative? You know what the funny thing was? Because it kind of leads up to that cliffhanger at the end of episode 2, why she would state that. Because of course mutants are afraid of what their kids are going to become. They've had to fight bigotry this whole time. So it's like, if I'm a mutant and my kids are human, what does that say about me? How are they going to perceive me? And so that's how I looked at that. But then, of course, that cliffhanger at the end was like, wait, was she just like saying that to say that? Don't know. But
we'll get to that.
That's his pimp name.
Nasty work, Dre. On point. This whole fit was nasty work.
Yo, he walking around the fucking mansion looking like a slut.
Yo, and the motherfucker got eyeliner. Did you get a clip? Did you see it? He got eyeliner. He got eyeliner, lipstick. Like Magneto. Magneto's on some Prince shit, bro. Like, you don't give a fuck. Like, no.
He's not. Don't do this.
Like, he's on Prince vibes, but Prince was nowhere. There's no gay in Prince, bro. That's what I'm saying. Magneto's on some Prince shit. There's no gay in Magneto. He's just rocking whatever now.
My boy's up to date.
He's Prince Nito.
He's that one.
Not Magneto. Prince Nito.
Yeah, Prince Nito, bro.
Okay?
Prince
That's
Nito. He wearing purple.
2024.
Come on, bro. He's
That's
the,
his
but-
2024
and
fashion.
he already stealing women as soon as he gets the mansion.
His that suit is comic accurate, bro.
That suit is
Trial Magneto.
Even with the 3/4 sleeves.
Mm-hmm. It's comic accurate. They found a way,
Man.
found a way to bring it on TV, which is amazing. But still nasty work. Still nasty work.
He's in the mansion for less than half than a day
already.
And fucking Dr. Valerie Cooper shows up with guns ablazing, anti-government forces already arrived, and they're already looking to take Magneto in. So
Bro.
So Val Cooper comes up with it. He's like, "Don't worry, all of our guns have electromagnetic are resistant to electromagnetic forces." So he's like, "Bitch, not your helicopters."
Yeah, he didn't even think. Like, he didn't even think. Yo, you know the crazy shit is, so they all pull up to the crib and shit, right, on the lawn and shit, and motherfucking Magneto's like trying to get everybody ready. All right, my X-Men, everybody get ready, and Scott's like, we don't trip because the good guys are here, and then and then they like raise their guns, and Magneto's like, "See, I told you, bitch ass." That is like,
we don't stress the good guys. Like, they ain't good guys, motherfucker.
Yo, Magneto, and this leads into the question, right? Yo, Magneto is the best possible leader for the X-Men, yo. The best possible leader. This shit is fire right now.
We're gonna get to that because his leadership, as opposed to Xavier's leadership, does bring a lot of shit into question. They are a little bit more. They're a little bit more aggressive and assertive in how they get shit done.
Yeah,
but even in Magneto's opening, like he's literally
saving the day.
He's in the bottom of the sewers with the Morlocks,
saving the day,
and he was like, "You can't afford these creatures the indignity of your race."
You talking like that? Why are you giving him a Prince voice?
Yo. It was like, nobody cares. It was like, you realize how scared people are knowing that you fucking creatures are down here,
bro.
Nah.
And yo, Little Leech from the Morlocks was in X-Men the animated series. So
yeah.
Leech don't want to go.
Oh man, yo, Magneto. Yeah, Magneto's out there saving the day. Going to the amusement park, saving the day. He's saving humans.
Yo, you can't afford these creatures the indignity of your waste. They live in shit.
Bruh.
You're fucking with them.
And you fucking with them. Shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, Magneto's leadership is crazy,
Magneto's
bro.
Magneto's that dude.
Straight bars. He's gonna have bars all season long. He's gonna have bars all season long.
Even so, because they get in there, and of course, Magneto's about to have his trial, and and who shows up? But the Executioner, and the Executioner in the comics is like the friend of humanity's fucking diabolic leader. You know what I'm saying? And he just showing up with all types of fucking advanced weaponry, which I will talk about in detail because that is comic accurate, because Dr. Valerie Scott basically hired Forge to make advanced weaponry that could detect mutants. But yet they use that weaponry to basically strip them of their mutant DNA. So that's how that happened. That actually happened in the comics, but it wasn't the Executioner that shot her in the comics. Like I forget, it might have been it might have been Henry Gyrick who shot Professor X. In the animated series, that shot Storm and made her lose her powers in the comics,
which was a tough one to watch.
But
oh my god,
neither here nor there, because when the Executioner came in and got into that fight with Cyclops, bro. Because
he tore Cyclops up.
He was tearing Cyclops' ass up. But even so, when he knocked his visor off, Cyclops made sure that he kept his eyes closed. Because you remember from that first scene from the first episode, he was like, "Please, I need my visors," and they was like, "Fuck all that." And he opens up his eyes, the whole fucking place blows up, because that's what happens if he don't control his shit.
Yeah,
he will blow up the whole fucking place. So he kept his eyes closed the whole time because he realized there was mad people outside while he was getting his ass whooped. And then here come Morth as Lady Deathstrike, because you saw that from the back. Lady Deathstrike basically like hit up Executioner, And that was the only way that it got off scot. Because other than that, he was like, quit your whining. You know what I hate about your fucking mutants? You're fucking whining. All this shit that you guys do constantly from time to time, real people got it hard too. I found that to be like the craziest shit. Yo, Executioner sitting there acting like he's a January 6th participant.
That's what I wanted to say, and you took the joke away from me, but that's exactly what I wanted to say. It just sounded like Executioner reminded me of the dude that did storm the Capitol that had the horns and everything like that. I was like, oh,
that's what it was.
So that's him.
So the fact that these episodes are this well written is also a plus. And they're still being written by the dude and they're still being written by the dude that they fired.
Crazy.
Bo DeMayo
he went off.
is no longer a part of the series, but his name is still on the
That's fine.
episodes.
Okay, we're gonna appreciate every episode he written.
So I'm gonna appreciate it, but I'm also gonna say, Disney, I know y'all don't like him because he likes his OnlyFans and his Pornhub. Give him his fucking subscriptions back. Put him back to work. Like seriously, like some people need their vices. Tiger Woods needed his hose. He couldn't hit below 65 if he didn't have his hose in the clubhouse. Bo DeMayo can't write right unless his OnlyFans subscriptions is back up.
Yo, you know what I liked, y'all? You know what I liked?
What?
So when Storm told Cyclops, go get to Jean, you about to have a baby and shit.
Oh yeah, because her calling him.
Yeah. Her and Magneto holding down the fort, and they made that electric fence.
Bro.
Like that shit was sick. See, these are the things that we didn't get 30 years ago because they just couldn't do
Magneto stripped the balcony, threw it into the sky, turned it into like big ass swords, surrounding all the Friends of Humanity. Storm goes up in the tower and was like, "Let me light this shit into an electrical fence."
Bruh, insane. Like the way they are using and contract, you just mixing powers together and
they're the two Omega
collaborating. It's great. Oh my god, it's fantastic. That was like one of the best scenes. And then the Executioner takes Storm out.
But yo, it was crazy because you're looking at like that particular scene and how like the walk up from the Executioner after getting into that fight, Cyclops is now gone. Like, yo, all this shit just looks like straight cinematic shit. Executioner is going up, Storm is in the sky, Magneto straight ahead. He's coming in with the gun. It just looks crazy.
Oh, it's literally, so you know how when we got to see him in live action, like they took the power sets and did new shit to him that we didn't see in the show. Now it's like they're like they're like on that same level. Animation is now on the same level that we was getting in the theater. Now we get that on the show. And how the way Magneto and Storm are using their powers, the way they got Cyclops using his powers, like it is and I mean this is just the first 2 episodes. So there's we can only imagine what they're gonna do with these power sets from episode to episode.
We got 7 more episodes of this shit.
Nice. Yeah, this is crazy.
But inevitably, of course, we understand Storm does get hit with the advanced weapon that basically strips her mutant DNA, and she gets left sitting on the sideline, and she automatically sees there's no breeze, she doesn't feel any of the weather that's basically outside.
Genius writing, yo.
And the breeze is gone.
Genius writing.
The moisture nor the air. And then
genius writing.
Oh, Magneto just goes off because that's that's the best part. It was
really
the high road that Charles talked about.
Bro, the high road. Like she couldn't, like she was crying because she couldn't feel the moisture. She cried to get tears to feel moisture. Like this is like supreme writing. It's a shame they had to fire this motherfucker because this is supreme. This is elite writing.
But that also leads into again what makes Magneto like a big portion of this, because again going into that writing, you can feel in the writing like that's the type of anger and the hurt that he's been basically like trying to defend. That's all the stuff that's
because he knows how Charles will react to some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, we still got to be friends with these people. He's like, man, fuck all this.
Fuck that.
He's like,
Bro.
all right, cool.
Fuck that.
He's like, let me put the executioner on this little pallet. I'm gonna take this whole UN squad. We're gonna go to space real quick and have a talk.
Yo, he literally turned into a movie Magneto. Yo, that's something
Straight up.
Fassbender. That's something Fassbender or Ian McKellen would do. Like the way that hall turned around, the way they used the powers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Is this what your high road looks like?
Yeah, insane. Like
Took that
easy. Magneto
Ass
easily
space.
is the best character of this show. Like
You're
easily.
damn right.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
wear a
easily the
scarf.
best character.
Come
Wearing the
up with
scarf.
space,
Scarf.
a tear comes down his eye and turns around.
Oh
I
my-
dig it. England,
Yeah. Yo, he's just
sycophant,
throwing.
worm. I could smite you all.
Ah! Yo, this motherfucker was going off, man. Like, oh. Yeah,
As a matter of
crazy.
fact, if I was 10 years younger, I'd smite you for some other bullshit less than this. Yo,
Mag-
he don't like humanity at all. But I made a promise. I made a
Yo,
promise
yeah.
to my friend. I made a promise that I would change my ways. I could fuck y'all up.
Yo, Magneto, he's always right. Nobody's
Yeah,
saying he's
right.
not right.
And he's right for
No,
wearing a scarf.
That's
he
what-
basically
But
said, I fuck y'all up.
yeah. But Audrey's right. Magneto has always been right. It's his methods that are the problem. He's right,
Oh my God.
but he'll go to the extreme, which is crazy.
Bro.
And
But-
I'm here for it.
I mean, we're all here for it.
Oh,
James,
we're all
I
here
mean,
for it.
Guys, answer this question.
But even after that, what she saw the man before the shot was taken. Why didn't she use the powers to stop? I think it might have been one of those split second things. Maybe they
And
wanted to write it for the drama of the show.
Look, E. Bradley, it's all plot convenience, man. We gotta
Yeah,
have
all
something.
plot convenience, straight up and
You
down.
can't, like,
But yo,
we can
but
end
he's-
episodes in 5 minutes if they could use their whole power set at all times.
true.
Like, we need a story.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
but even outside of that, he took them into space, and by the time he comes back down, Genosha is now recognized by the UN. He scared him that fucking bad. He was like,
He did.
By the way, the mutant country
He's
of
nasty work.
Genosha. Nasty word. Of course he's gonna steal your girl.
Yep.
But Genosha basically gets recognized as a country. So the mutant island basically is sitting there all its own, collecting mutants on by the dozen because Magneto's point was to put them and give them safe harbor.
Yeah, and he's putting money
Somewhere.
into it.
Yeah, and
He's
that's-
putting that money that
that's
Charles left to him. Yep,
But when he gets back there, he's having these conversations with Rogue.
bro, I
don't
love
think-
it.
I don't think people understand you. He's like, it was tough for me to come here.
She ain't shit.
Knowing the history that we've had.
She ain't
I
shit.
was like, oh my.
Why should? Oh,
She ain't shit.
take a 5 minute. Yo, why she? Why? What's wrong with Rogue?
How
What's
you
the
gonna leave my
problem?
boy- Talk about, hold up a second. How you gonna leave my boy Gambit on the corner sidelines like that? Okay.
Yo.
Bro, he can't touch her.
Mon
You
Time
can't
out.
listen.
Time out.
Go ahead. You got it. You got
There's Deeper,
Mon
there's
ami.
deeper compassion of love. Okay, that's deeper than the physical attributes. And Gambit was there for it. And then you're gonna take it away from him because this brother with a silky scarf comes out of nowhere. And yes, is it
Fucking
nice
right.
and warm? Yes. Is his
Goddamn
hair
right.
tender and warm?
Yeah.
Is his hair
Yeah.
lush
Yeah,
and
you're right.
flowy? Of course. But who's been a rider since the beginning? That's really crazy. It brought
Now-
back some memories.
Look. There's
Listen.
something to be said
Go ahead.
there's something to be said from Rogue because the two people that can fucking touch her is the only motherfuckers that she ever really likes on the show. One being Gambit and one being Magneto. And bet in an alternate universe, Rogue and Magneto have a child by the name of
Yeah.
Magneto. So,
in one of the best storylines ever.
so this is the other thing because
Age of
what
Apocalypse.
what Magneto does, oh yeah,
That's that's nasty
Now
work.
that's nasty.
Yeah, that is-
That's nasty work.
Slutterific.
That was not.
He lost Rogue with that outfit. That's what happened. He lost Rogue the
That's
minute he
90s
put
run.
that outfit on. Yeah, he lost it with that outfit.
Nice.
That was
run
really
shit, that shit
nerve-wracking.
looks-
But you gotta think Magneto was clapping that before she even joined the X-Men.
that's the thing.
So she already knows what's up.
The
Like
thing
she
is-
knows she can get what she want. And you know she wants that loving. She was in the club. She wanted to touch everybody in the goddamn club. She was looking at everybody with Gambit. She was standing there next to Gambit. She was watching everybody touch. She was getting all hot. She was getting hot. And she was like, God damn, everybody touching each other. This is all dicks the booty on the dance floor. All right. Everything was touching. All right. Everybody was touching. Everybody was grinding. She was standing there with Remy. And Remy's just like, you know what I mean? But she knows she can't really touch him. She gotta wear his gloves. She gotta wear her gloves. She gotta wear her whole bodysuit. And she know Magneto. Magneto, she can get bucket naked with Magneto and do things that you're not supposed to tell your mama. All right.
Trying to tell you. Know why? Because Magneto can cover himself in the electromagnetic field. And
Come on now.
The only way that he can touch it. Now, what he does on the inside with this electromagnetic field that he puts around himself is a little bit suspicious.
Listen,
when she was in that club, she damn sure wanted to touch motherfuckers.
Listen, she did. She got hot. She's always ready, bro. As much as she don't get it, she is always ready. She is always ready. Even for 156-year-old Magneto, she is always ready.
Yeah, like, you may have survived the Holocaust, but you about to get these holla draws.
All right, no.
But still, in between that scene of basically Magneto, Silver Fox, that's
right. That's
him. In between that scene with him having the UN up above space, like they were shooting back and forth between Jean having a kid and Magneto talking to those people. Yo, that shit was cinematic like a motherfucker.
Bro, fantastic.
Shit.
And Wolverine got to take her to the goddamn hospital. Like, who picked him? Who picked him to stay to drive her ass to the hospital?
But I like that in the end, because him having that talk with Magneto having that talk with Rogue, then all of a sudden you see certain other dynamics. Like Morph is outside with Wolverine, and he's like, "Yo, you need a beer," and he just looks away, and then all of a sudden when he looks back, he's Sabretooth, like, "Bitch, you want to fight?" That's what Wolverine like to do.
Yeah, he wants to fight. I know how to get you in. That's how it starts, huh, Jorge?
That's how it starts, Jorge. Yeah, Wolverine gets turned on by aggression.
And then he turns into Gene.
I can be whoever you want me to be, baby.
Then he turns. Look, we see it in the movies. All right, we see when Mystique turned into Gene, and then she was like, "All right, now I got this nigga. Now I'm gonna turn into me." And he was like, "Oh, God damn it, get out of here, bitch! Get out my goddamn tent!"
Yeah, Morph is motherfucking wild, bro.
Yo, he do.
But Gambit being in the hallway when fucking Magneto and Rogue.
Bro, what is he doing in the hallway? Why is he stalking? He already knew the vibes, though. He knew the vibes.
It's because he lost it. You know,
not me.
You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker insecure, man. He insecure.
I mean, you can't be wearing fits like that. Come on.
Yeah, and expect to keep Rogue. You want to keep Rogue wearing shit like that in the crib? Nah, bro.
Hey.
Nasty work.
Yeah.
Well, it's still the 90s.
He's not going to change that outfit not once.
Nah. More for Wolverine, right?
But overall, the question that we basically put up to everybody in the public was the fact that we looked at the dynamic between when Xavier leads the X-Men and now looking at it with Magneto leading the X-Men. Mm-hmm. Like, how does this shape out? Because Xavier's philosophies are, of course, a lot different than Eric Lensher's, because Eric is like fucking just leading the charge, like, fuck these motherfuckers. He's like, y'all just got to do exactly what I say. And nothing is off limits, where Charles had limits.
Listen, how many times have we seen the X-Men go into battles or shit like that, or try to handle situations?
And then Charles is sitting there like, stop it, Scott. Don't go overboard.
Yeah, it's like he's been wrong so many times. And he's risked the team. He's been wrong.
Jerk.
He's been wrong so many times. Magneto got these guys in the right motherfucking direction. He got the right attitude, the right temperament to lead this team. You know what I'm saying? And then look, once he got Scott to fall in line, everything's good. Yeah, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened by the end of that second episode. He got Scott to fall in line. Scott's like, I don't trust you, but I trust Charles.
But there was a lovely, lovely cliffhanger at the end.
Bro,
into that episode,
let's get into it. Let's get into it right now, because I want people.
This is the thing. No, because this is the thing. As of course, there's a baby over there with Scott, and there's a Jean over there, but a Jean
on the
door after a Jean. So
the Jean knocks on the door.
Storm killed. And how do you know it's Jean Grey? Because she fainted as soon as she walked in. You know she got high blood pressure.
I can't control it.
You know Jean got high blood pressure. Her blood sugar is always fucked up. She fainted as
always
soon as she
fucked up.
the door. You know that,
bro. Yeah, man. So Scott's been banging the clone. So everybody get educated right now.
That is Madeline Pryor.
That is Madeline Pryor.
Later on down the line, the Goblin Queen.
Yeah, absolutely. So
who was created by Mrs. Sinister?
Exactly. Who is the main villain of this season? And he's the motherfucker that's paying $10,000 a pop to get mutants because all he does is experiment on mutants. So
he's got a long history of that shit.
Absolutely. So even though we have not seen Sinister yet this season, episode 1 and episode 2, his hands is working everybody like a puppet. It's working.
For the comic book people, Scott loves his queens. You absolutely right,
bruh.
Because the look, Emma
White Queen, Goblin, White Queen, White Queen, Goblin Queen, Black Queen. Like this motherfucker don't care. He don't care.
Queens.
Scott may talk like
a lot of queens.
But so look, we got Cable, baby Cable, but we got Cable.
We got Cable. But will Cable get taken? Because the reason that he basically gets all this fucking wiring done to him is because Sinister introduces little baby Cable to Apocalypse.
Yep, and Apocalypse puts that technovirus on him, and so that's probably what's gonna they're gonna lead to that, right? Because that's probably be the only time we see Apocalypse too in this season. Be the only time.
Bless this mutant child in my own image.
And then Cable's sister gonna come from the future and pick his ass up. I'll take it from here, X-Men.
Yeah, bro. Look.
I feel like there's a lot of
Sinister has been trying to get his hands on the Summers bloodline for God knows how long in the comics because he always felt like Jean and Scott could create the perfect baby.
Yeah,
but Jean just never got pregnant, so he was like, "Let me just insert myself here and put this clone up."
So we need to figure out.
I need to get these two to bone. Like
we need to figure out. We need to figure out when did he kidnap Jean though?
Word. Because you're going
when
to
did it happen?
Because
when did it happen?
Did you see Madeline Pryor's face when she walked in? She was like,
but you gotta think, and even before that moment, like the clone was acting weird anyway. She wasn't acting like Jean.
Even so if you got Storm baby talk.
Yeah, exactly. So she was already those were the little nuggets for people to try to pick up on once they seen this Jean at the door. Because I'm pretty sure people think that's not. They probably think, oh, who's this lookalike Jean? Like, nah, that's Jean. That's Madeline Pryor.
As soon as I saw her,
and the clone doesn't know, and the clone doesn't know she's a clone yet.
Absolutely.
She does not know.
Man, Sinister's
she does not know. Yeah, she does not know she's a clone.
That good. Yeah, bro, there's storylines right now where Sinister has pretty much utilized himself to be clones throughout the hands of time, and he's not only cloned just Jean, he's cloned Xavier, he's cloned everybody.
Yeah.
And it was like anything that has happened has his fucking footprint in it.
Yeah, that's why he's one of the most interesting villains of all time.
Go read Sins of Sinister. It's actually it's absolutely fucking fantastic. But of course, as we put up a line of questioning to basically see what people thought as far as leadership is concerned, who leads these X-Men the best? Is it Xavier or is it
Definitely
Magneto? Good old scarf slutty looking motherfucker himself.
Definitely Magneto. Magneto.
What you got, man? I know you got these questions up here, man. What's happening?
All right, here we go.
Let him luscious.
Xavier, of course. There's nothing worse than an evil genius. Look, you know what? You actually might be right because Xavier is an asshole.
He is. He is.
This is true.
This motherfucker be blocking memories and shit.
Let's see. Post Charles Magneto, without Charles and without what Charles did, Magneto wouldn't be the great leader he seems to become now in the series. A pre-Charles Magneto would have been a disaster, and that could have ended in a disastrous war situation.
Absolutely.
I agree. You absolutely have.
No, he's right. He's right.
No. Yep.
Luckily, we got the post Magneto.
There's definitely something magnetic about the master of magnetism.
Best comment. That's the best comment, yo.
It's because of the hair, baby.
That's a really good comment. I like it.
Charles has done worse things to his students. Look,
yo, 100%.
Charles has put his kids through the ringer. One being Wolverine. Wolverine has been tricked this entire time. Literally, Charles has been in his head from jump The reason that Wolverine is Weapon X, he was supposed to come over there and kill fucking Charles Xavier. Charles got in his head and was like, "Bitch, you staying here." He was like, "What?" I was sent here to do something. You were sent here to stay at his house.
That
Like,
motherfucker.
what?
You sure?
You sure? Like I got my claws out now. Come on now.
Slowly and slowly.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Definitely Magneto.
Definitely Magneto. I mean now.
Yeah, but I think we all understand that. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Magneto has always been the right choice. I love Charles also and respect him, but he needs to do better. Yes, because he be tricking
I love
the
it.
kids.
He be tricking the kid. He be doing some foul shit, bro.
Trick don't love the kids.
And Magneto, I mean, in Charles's ego, my goodness.
I'm interested to see Magneto's take on Charles's leadership tactics. Let that man cook for a bit.
We shall let him cook. We'll let him cook.
We're letting them cook.
We'll let him cook.
Chef that.
We'll let him cook. We'll let him cook.
Yep. Obama.
Okay. All right.
You know what? I feel like you
gave
wanted to throw that dig in there.
Magneto gave speeches that were close to that. Let's really call it. He gave speeches.
Really?
Oh, so McAvoy. All right,
McAvoy.
McAvoy. Tiny ball head.
Here we go.
Professor X, but I get Magneto more and more as I get older. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The older you get, you come to realize that Magneto says a lot of right things.
That's right.
Woo.
God damn words.
Maybe I'm missing something. I don't see why Magneto would throw all of his motivations out of the window. In the life of Charles Xavier, he constantly pleaded with Magnus to buy into his version of the future. And at every bend, Magneto rejected any thought of it. For the sake of modern day cash grab, just because it's in Professor X's will bargain bin, Magneto dresses like he's about to attend a 90s rave and has chosen to become a new leader of the X-Men. Best of all, once again, we didn't get a proper characterization of Cyclops being a leader. He is in the comics because by the end of the first episode, he had the rug pulled out from under him. Surprise, motherfuckers. It wasn't Wolverine this time. You know what? All right. I give you that because you know what? This was the opportunity of a lifetime for Cyclops to be the leader. And they gave it to Magneto right away because they just wanted to insert somebody controlling the X-Men from within rather than Cyclops being the leader going forth. This is exactly what happens when you watch a show nowadays compared to when you were a kid. You really get to see who the real heroes and villains are. You're absolutely 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what makes Magneto one of the most compelling characters in all of Marvel because he's very villainous. It comes from a place of trying to save his people. His origin is being oppressed and enslaved in whatever words you want to use for that. And now he wants to do that for all of mutant kind. So he already seen the horrors of humanity. So that's where he comes. And he's coming on that Malcolm X shit like by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Right on. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like Magneto is very compelling because it's like he's a villain, but he's also a hero of the mutant kind.
Yeah, it's true.
Here we go.
Magneto all the way, even after clapping Rogue's cheeks. Just saying.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Y'all can't get over it.
What happened?
I mean, we just met this version of Magneto, the one who's leading the team. But we know
listen,
him.
And he's.
We know who this man is.
And we love it here.
As much as he is. His perm, I don't know who he got Aquanet in. It is not.
Shit, his hair is so long. I don't know who's pulling hair. Is Rogue pulling his hair or is he pulling Rogue's hair? Which one?
Here we go again.
Who's pulling whose hair, goddammit?
Magneto. There's something about him. It draws me closer. It pulls me in. I don't understand it though. You could say his personality is quite magnetic. No, I'm kidding. I'm positive that he's a negative guy though.
So what does it look like? More Magneto than Professor X, right?
It looks a lot more like Magneto than Professor X. Damn, Stan Lee was really out here trying to educate us.
He was.
Because
he was.
A lot of people don't understand the X-Men, and that's because is maybe in some forms they might be confusing to some, but bigotry is also fucking very confusing.
Yes. Doesn't make sense to a lot of us.
Basically, Malcolm X or MLK. Good question. The peaceful way was working, so I'm going to go with Magneto. Okay.
Gang.
I have a little bit of something for that because I remember, of course, when this whole conversation of them being brought up during the civil rights era was brought up, and people were saying, of course, the dynamics personality-wise was Professor X was MLK and Magneto was Malcolm X. All right, for one, if Professor X is MLK, he wouldn't have trained his people to damn near die in a danger room. That just don't happen. And Magneto has it many times, often than not, has killed his own people that have gotten in his way.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still a villain.
He kills other mutants, and you ain't never seen Malcolm kill no other black folk.
Listen. If we go to the comics, the way he ripped that adamantium from Wolverine,
yeah, like if you
nasty work.
Look in the comics, if you are in his way, Age of Execution, this motherfucker just literally like kills a bunch of neo mutants out of just nothing,
bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
I was traumatized at 10 years old. I was traumatized.
That scene from the movie X-Men 2, when Mystique finally gets her power stripped from her, Magneto was like, "Bitch, you're not one of us anymore. I'm sorry."
Oh my God! Yeah. Or X-Men.
That's Magneto to the core.
Yeah. He just like, dog. He was basically like Mystique was basically his wife. God damn it! Yeah. Basically his wife, and he.
Yeah,
you're not one of us anymore.
Dark, she turns into a full human, realizes she's not a mutant. He's just like, no, that's not for me anymore.
Which makes him and his compassion for Storm very very positive.
Yes, he did.
Because,
put that up, Jorge.
Because he definitely could have gave her the Mystique treatment.
Put that up. He even called her ass ugly.
He did.
He was like, "Look what you've done to this child. Now she's ugly, a waste."
All right, here we go.
Charles Xavier. Okay,
Malcolm.
Malcolm Xmas.
Malcolm goes for Xavier.
Magneto. You're getting a lot more Magneto.
And the last one.
This is for me, Bradley. Mag Jagger. But seriously, Magneto is about that action. Professor X was deemed soft by their oppressors. They know Magneto ain't about to take too much mess. I mean, that second episode just showed you everything about Magneto.
Listen, in the whole context of the show, humanity's still coming along on the whole mutant agenda. You still got the Friends of Humanity and Trask and all these motherfuckers trying to get rid of mutants. So you need a leader like Magneto that's going to be more militant and take out these threats. Like right now, he's sending the Morlocks to Genosha. He's using the money that he received from Charles, right? Because he was questioning the X-Men, like, why wouldn't y'all put y'all assets to saving mutant kind? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing out in these streets?
That's another thing about Charles. This nigga gets money from government grants.
So much money.
He don't share it with his people.
He swims in his money like Scrooge McDuck.
He's building something bigger. He's building something bigger.
Huh?
Come on. He's building something bigger.
What the fuck was he building? You know how many times?
What was he building?
Fucking planet.
What's he building? Repairs?
A planet. Look at where the money's in.
Who built who another Blackbird? Yeah, how many you need?
Not too much. Maybe about 16.
No,
you need 16.
That shit blows up every 5 episodes. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. You need and a Subaru station.
Blackbird.
Subaru station wagon.
That's partial of where the money comes in. Too.
Blackbird, the X-Men Blackbird literally dies every episode. It's like a 1972 deuce and a quarter.
No, that in the mansion is on some type of insurance. It's crazy.
Built like a Pinto.
Said Charles is the Oprah of mutant kind. A basketball court that converts into a launching pad.
That's where the money went. That's where the money went. Everybody off the court. The Blackbird's leaving.
Yo, Charles Xavier on a new.
Get off the court. Blackbird off the court. Time out.
Gambit
Charles is doing a new episode of MTV Cribs. I'm trying to see how everything is living. Check out all this stuff. You're like, hey, I know everybody saw a basketball court, but have you seen a fucking launching pad in the basketball court? Goddamn. Look at this. Look at all this.
Hairstyle.
Nasty work.
You guys can't go in this room. This is danger room right here. I train my peoples up in there.
Yo, there is a lot of money in that danger room though, because that
danger room
real.
Got all types of guap.
That shit real.
That's where his government funding is really going.
Yeah, but how much is it for Cerebro every month? That
there's a monthly fee.
Jorge,
internet bill.
You know what?
That's
the breakdown of the breakdown of Cerebro's electric bill.
Yo, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who was really monitoring that?
Yeah, look, the way this guy ripping through, he probably spends it on jets.
He probably does.
Professor, we had to take commercial to come back. We're gonna need another Blackbird. Warren was the only one charged tuition. That's fucked up. Warren Worthington III. Wait, Warrington came from money.
But
money.
He was probably
but Warren's dad hated him though.
Yeah. He did. Yeah.
That's why he clipped his own wings off. That's true. That was some sad shit. Where you hate yourself so much that you like start cutting your own fucking wings off.
Yep.
That's crazy. All right. So of course we're gonna be talking about this and Invincible next week. We're gonna be talking about episodes 6 and 7. Oh shit. I mean, it was a lot going on here.
Yo, Invincible was crazy.
Yo,
Invincible 6, the episode 6, bro.
It was crazy.
We got to talk about it because
it's crazy.
There's a lot going on. But
come on.
Once again, thank you everybody in the panel. Thank you for everybody joining in on the squad. All right, you can feel free to subscribe to us at the Party Nerds on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, IG, and feel free to watch us every Monday at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Damn it.
9 p.m. We worried about the devil. All we get is Wolverine's all heartbroken on a damn tree. No, he was on a tree. He was on a fucking tree branch. That's so horrible. It's so horrible. But other than that, Party Nerds go. Peace, everybody.